to myself, what a wonderful world.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So this morning marks the start of a week that I've got off of work. Something that's been on the cards for a while on the Escort. So I'm finally going to be getting it sprayed, the engine bay and the insides, after I've been doing all the welding over the past couple of months. Pretty much ready to be prepped and with some colour putting down. Luckily, I'm not on my own. Taylor is very kindly offered to help. I'll leave a link to all his business details in the description below. It's called TayTech. Yeah, you do alloy wheel refurbishments.
Yeah, alloy wheels, smart repairs, mechanical.
Yeah, you're fully trained mechanic as well,
yes,
aren't you? Yeah, so, and he's mobile, guys. I'll leave all the links to him below. Taylor's got straight to work and started DAing the engine bay down just to key it up, and then we're just gonna put a bit of filler in areas and seam seal bits. I'll whack a couple of time lapses on. You guys can follow the progress. Taylor has now put on the fiberglass filler in some areas that we're hoping to smooth off. It's not everywhere, but there's just a few sections that needed it. So he's just gonna 80 grit them now with a DA, and then we'll start to smooth off a few more areas. The engine bay is looking a whole lot different now. Taylor's been over this with the fiberglass filler, and then he's sanded that back and just put a light skim of dolphin glaze all around the engine bay. We still have got to seam seal bits, but yeah, we'll do that once this is all blocked down. So I think we're just gonna block this all down and start to shaping up the areas. But yeah, looking a lot better. I'm getting really excited to see some colour on it. That is day one done. We've made a lot of progress on the Escort's engine bay. So this side is all blocked down and it needs a couple of little bits of filler in some spots, but it's really taken shape now. Same as these bulkhead sections, they're taking shape. They're nice and flat now. They do need a slight bit of filler in some areas, but yeah, it's not a lot. As you can see, it's not like we've added loads of filler on here. There's barely a mil of filler, do you know what I mean? So it's just been fiberglass filler, then some dolphin glaze on the top. And on this side, Taylor did start to block it down, but we just ran out of time this evening. I don't want him to be here all evening. Couple of things to note, which was quite cool. So I've got the strengthening plates that have been welded in by a previous owner of this car. and he's said that we're gonna sort of blend them in, which looks really cool, but the filler's going nowhere near the holes. If I start to clamp them bolts down, it might crack. So yeah, he stayed well away from the holes with the filler, which is good. As you can see, the old left-hand drive fuse box there. Also smoothed this in here. It's not a lot of filler at all, it just makes it look nice and smooth. Same done to this side as well. But yeah, there is still a few sections to do. That's on the cards for tomorrow. Anyway, I think it's about time I have a shower because I look a right mess. So I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow morning. It's now the start of the second day and Taylor's back round. We're going to be cracking on with the engine bay. Time for a little progress update. So me and Taylor have been at this engine bay all day for the second day in a row. I've been working on this section here, he's been over here, and yeah, just been blocking it down once again. Taylor's been putting down a guide coat, so I know what sections are slightly lower. But yeah, this side's nearly finished, so is this side. I'm just working on the bulkhead as well now, just trying to get it as flat as possible. We're just about to whack out the seam sealant, and yeah, we're going to go all the way around the bowls, in the corners, in all the crevices that should have seam sealant in them. I've promised Taylor a Nando's, so we're going to go Nando's after this. But yeah, nearly ready for primer. What's going on, guys? It's now the third day of the engine bay preparations and we're nearly there. I can't remember what I talked about yesterday evening, but we pretty much finished all the filler work and we just seam sealed all the seals. Unfortunately, we come in this morning and some of it had cracked on some areas. Taylor reckons it was reacting with the primer, so we've just re-gone over them bits and then had the heat lamps on. But it seems all good now, so yeah, they're all nice and smooth, and it's all round by the bowl and that as well. So we've blown out the garage, which it was full of dust, but now we're just going to start to tape up the area and yeah, get ready to put some primer on the bay. As you would have just seen from that time lapse, Taylor's now wrapped the whole car up and taped off the bay. So yeah, he's just going around now and degreasing it, and then we should be ready to lay a bit of primer down, which is really exciting. Well guys, what a difference has that made. So me and Taylor spent 3 days in total working on the engine bay and managed to finally get it in primer and colour on the 3rd day. I hope you guys enjoyed the shots of Taylor making up the paint and spraying. It was his idea to actually put the GoPro on his head, and I think it's came out really well. You all would have seen that from the time lapses it took so long to prep the bay, but I think you guys agree that from the finished product it was all worth it. We didn't manage to even start on the inside, but it's alright. I've got a plan for what I'm going to do to the inside, and yeah, that'll be coming in the next video. I know I did mention this at the start of the video, but I want to mention it again. Taylor runs his own business. He does alloy wheel refurbishes, he does smart repairs, and he's also a mechanic, so he does all mechanical repairs and services. And he's mobile, so he has his own van based in the Milton Keynes area, but he does travel. So if any of you guys have any wheels that need doing, scuffs on your car, or some mechanical work, then he's your guy to contact around the Milton Keynes area. But on a bit more personal note as well, from me to you, Taylor, if you're watching, I know you will be, just to thank you, because without you I would have never been able to get this finish on the bay. I think I've said this on the YouTube channel before, but I messed about with rattle cans since I was a kid. I was forever stripping down my BMXs and spraying them every week. And yeah, I really enjoyed painting, but I've never sort of got into it as a profession or anything like that. So yeah, this bay would have only ever been done with rattle can, and yeah, the finish we've got on it is so much better than a rattle can. So yeah, thank you very much once again, mate. So there it is. That is the product of 3 days working out here in the cold garage, but I think it's fair to say that it was definitely worth it. As you can see, my Mk2 Escort is back over its side of the garage, and it's still a little bit of a mess. So during the next couple of days, I'm going to sort all of this out so we can get Dad's Mk1 Fiesta back in here and out of the snow. I think it was very important from my motivation side that I got this bay done, because it now means that we're going to enter a new year and I'm going to have a fresh bay to put my engine and drivetrain into. And as I've already said, I'm going to be working on the interior anyway. So yeah, it's going to be a case of building this up, and fingers crossed we get it done for May, because the first show that I want to go to with this Escort is Retro Rides at Goodwood. So yeah, that's the first show that I'm aiming to go to. Yeah, it's only me that can make it happen. So in the new year, we're going to get straight out here and get the car together and running. Anyway, I'm not going to get carried away with myself. I've already done a lot of smiling today looking at that engine bay. So if you did enjoy the video, please give it a like. And if you like what you see, subscribe to the channel to see more. Thank you all for watching, and until the next one, I'll see you guys later.